Hello everybody, I've got 3 books back from CGC. These are not my books. These are some tremendous, pretty big books here. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have not looked at the grades yet, so I'm going to try and not look now. So we have a Conan the Barbarian #1. And actually this might be the first time I think I've worked on this book. And yeah, I mean this comic actually had a pretty big run. I think almost 300 issues before it was discontinued, I think. Somebody tell me in the comments. I can't remember actually. But there were a lot of books. So this is #1. And this was a high grade copy. I thought it was about, trying to look at my notes, somewhere about a 7.5, 8.0 when I got it in. And I think the owner is hoping for a 9.0 on this book. So I have it as a 9.0. So let's just go ahead and find out. Okay, we got the 9.2 white pages. We exceeded our expectations just a little bit. This is an absolutely beautiful copy of this book. Okay, the centerfold in this book is detached from the top staple, and I think maybe the second and third wrap after that are also detached. So that's probably because this book actually presents like a 9.496. And I believe there was also a tiny crease on one of the corners on the back that keeps it from getting that higher grade. But it presents like a 9.496. So we've talked about this in past videos. If you're going to collect a 9.0, get a 9.0 that looks like a 9.4. Get an 8.0 that looks like a 9.0. You know, that type of thing. I always like my defects that hold a book back to be on the back of the book or somewhere you can't see it. Like a detached centerfold. Who cares, right? I've got a 9.2 presenting book, or he does, a 9.2 presenting, a 9.4, 9.6 presenting book that's a 9.2. So that's what we try to do in this hobby a lot of the time, is get the best presenting book possible. Okay, I just accidentally looked at the gray on this one. I didn't mean to. That's okay. I had this one, I believe it started as a 7.5 or 8.0. And I'm trying to remember why we didn't get a bump. I think I was expecting it to get 8.5. But I'm not very good at grading this era of books. If you follow the channel, you kind of know that I don't think I'm very good at Silver Age or before. So this one had a pretty significant tick here. It has some color rubbing, kind of like color loss in a few areas of this book. And I think that's why I thought this book could land anywhere between 7.5 and 9.0. So I think 8.0 does fall in that range of what we were expecting. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, sometimes you just get it. Although I do think this book would get like 8.5, 9.0 with a lot of graders. We'll definitely be happy though to get the 8.0. And this is the first Poison Ivy. I don't know if I mentioned that. Batman #181. I don't think I've ever worked on this book either. So first 2 books I haven't worked. It's always exciting to get a grail in that you've never worked on before, because I get to read that book too. And a lot of times I haven't read some of these grails, like the older Silver Age ones. I think I've read almost everything from like 1977 and beyond, but before that, that was before my time. You know, I'm not that old. So, okay, so let's try not to look at this last one here, because this is the big boy. Daredevil #1, beautiful presenting copy. I mean, this thing looks every bit of 9.2, 9.4 to me. It does have a little bit of a bump. That's pretty common on this book. You see that? It's pretty common on a lot of the old Marvel books, is to have that top spine dinged up pretty good. This one also had a crunch on the bottom that I cleaned up quite a bit. Spine is phenomenally nice on this. Is that phenomenally? It's phenomenal on this book. It's a really nice spine. Looking at it now, it looks like all the repairs that I did kind of held up on it. So that's good. Had the crunch on the bottom. There's a tiny tear somewhere on an edge that also will hold the book back a little bit. But this thing, once again, if you just looked at it, it'd be like, oh, that's a 9.4, 9.2, whatever. And I'm expecting off-white or off-white to white pages on this one. You can see there's a little bit of patina to it. But there's very few copies out there of this book. They're just pristine white. I mean, they're kind of all like this. Anywhere from this all the way down to like almost a brown, you know, a dark, dark, dark tan. So this is one of the whiter copies you'll see out there. So the owner is hoping for somewhere between 7.5 and 8.5. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, 9.0. Okay, off-white to white pages. That's good. We got on the upper tier of what I was expecting there. But 9.0 is tremendous. I think there's a huge price jump at 9.0. Somebody let me know in the comments. I haven't looked it up in a while. But I want to say this is almost a $15,000 or $18,000 book in a 9.0, whereas it's like a 10 or 12 and an 8.5. So yeah, we're doing pretty good to get the 9.0 on this book. It's not often you will be able to hold a 9.0 or better copy of this book. I don't know if I've ever had, I think I actually have had a couple that were of this caliber, but it's been a while. And so it's always a thrill to be able to hold a book that I can't afford. You know, I can't have this book in my collection. I mean, if I sold off everything, I probably could get me 2 or 3 of these. I have a mid-sized small collection that I've just accumulated over the years, and it's got a little bit of value to it, but it's not like some people, you know, like somebody that owns this book probably got a $250,000+ collection. That's not me. I try to keep a small collection of what I love, not a whole bunch of valuable books. Hope one day maybe that could change. I don't know. I'm not going to rule it out. We're doing fine in this hobby, but you know, it's hard for me to justify keeping a book like this in the collection when I'm like, hey, 15, 18,000. What could I do with that money? Right? How many McFarlane books could I buy with that money? That type of thing. Okay, so I think the owner's going to be thrilled with that. I hope he is. I certainly am. Once again, it's a joy to work on these books every single day. Books that I can't own, like I said. Man, it's just awesome to be able to do that. So, what's the most valuable book or the nicest grail that you've ever held? Have you ever had a high grade or mid grade AF-15 in your grasp? Last year at Heroes Con 2025, I was able to hold 2 Amazing Fantasy 15s, one in each hand. I think I have a picture somewhere. I don't know. I could have swore I took a picture of that, but I don't know where that is. But I think they were 4.0s, 5.0s, somewhere in that range. But if you think about it, that was about $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 I was holding in my hands. So for me, that was probably, I want to say, the most money in comics I've ever held in my hand at one time. Trying to think if there was ever one. I don't think so. So that was probably it. And they were just sitting on a normal rack at a vendor. They weren't like behind a case or anything like that. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, let me know in the comments what's the most comic money or, you know, biggest grail. It's not all about the money, you know. I mean, it's about what you love, but yeah, what you consider the biggest book you've ever held in your hands at one time, or the biggest monetary amount of book you've ever held in your hand, or combination of books, whatever. I would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching. Stay nerdy. I'll see you in the next video.